All right, family, welcome to another edition of the Mo Brooks Podcast, where we help you discover, develop, and deploy your God given gifts through spiritual excellence, professional mastery, and personal breakthrough. On today's episode, I have a phenomenal guest, an excellent guest, that I'm excited for you to hear what he has to share with you all. So, thank you so much for liking, commenting, subscribing. We appreciate that. And when you do those things, it helps spread this podcast out in the algorithm world, and new people can discover the Mo Brooks podcast and be impacted. So thank you so much for partnering with me and being part of this community. All right, so let's get right into it. You already know how we do it on the Mo Brooks podcast. No fluff. All right, we all gas, no breaks around here. So our guest today, Jordan Johnson, or better known as JoJo, is a Black author from Detroit, Michigan. He attended Western Michigan University, where he will obtain his bachelor's degree in interpersonal communication, a certificate as a nonprofit professional, and his master's degree in communications. Jordan is an entrepreneur, higher education professional, educator, mentor, certified life coach, brother to the Black community, and a father and husband. JoJo wrote his first book. I believe it's his first book. He might have more, but his latest book, Love Me Black, as a means to position love into the center of the Black community as a resource from which we can draw on to progress toward a more positive lifestyle. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, shout out to my teenagers who watch this podcast. I want to bring on to the front of the stage no other than Jordan JoJo Johnson. JoJo, what's going on, bro?
And the crowd goes wild. What's good, Mo? How you doing, bro?
I'm good, bro. Hey, man, it is so glad. I'm so honored. I'm so excited. I'm still here. I'm so honored and so excited to have you on the Mo Brooks podcast, bro. I appreciate you, man, for spending some time with me, man, investing some of your time, man. You're a busy guy.
Yeah, man, I'm glad to be here, man. You know, I make time for things that are important, and this is definitely important. I see what you're doing with the Mo Brooks Impact, the podcast, all of the knowledge that you're spreading on a daily basis. I see you out here moving, so I just want to, see how I can offer my services to, that mission that you're pushing forward.
Absolutely, bro. Hey, man, we've been on for a little bit, and man, I'm just seeing the t-shirt, bro. It's sweet. Choose love. I
Hey,
love it.
thank you, bro. Thank you.
Bro,
Thank
hold
you.
on
Thank
real
you.
quick, man. Shameless. Is this your t-shirt?
Yeah, this is my t-shirt,
Oh,
man. I
I
made a little
need it.
custom joint.
I need it,
Yeah.
bro. I need it. Okay. So
Yeah, for sure. I got you.
y'all will see me rocking the Choose Love t-shirt on the Mo Brooks podcast very soon. All right. So we'll get into all that later, man, because we really want to connect the people with you. But first of all, man, for those who don't know you, how did your journey begin? You know what I'm saying? As a creative, as an educator, as a voice for the community, specifically the Black community.
Yeah. So man, it's it's no real like defining moments. I think all of the things that push me towards doing the work that I do was me kind of like being on a journey of self-discovery, and realizing what I didn't have and what I lacked, and wanting to be the change. So I grew up in Detroit. Um from Detroit, Michigan. Grew up on the west side, 7 Mile and Apple Line, right off of Myers. Went to Mumford High School, graduated from there. Went to every neighborhood school. And, Detroit is one of the most segregated cities and one of the most Black cities. So I was entrenched in Black culture, the good, the bad, the ugly, the phenomenal, got to see all of the talents that we have, our resourcefulness, our resilience, and took that with me and tried to make something out of it. Now, growing up, I didn't really have like a lot of guidance. On my block, we had like it was a community feel, but nobody really pushed me toward doing anything. So I didn't feel a huge sense of immense purpose as I got older. Um, and coming to college was just kind of like on a whim. I did okay in high school. Uh, I'm I'm kind of lazy, so I wasn't doing my full potential at all.
Yeah.
But I did okay, and I was playing the keys and doing a bunch of different things, just trying to find my way, and ended up getting accepted to Western as a music student, music performance for the keys. And so came here. As soon as I got here, bro, I'm like, I don't really want to do that. So like, so I had to find my way again, man, trying to just
Yeah.
find a direction in which, I can make my life purposeful. And ultimately landed, in interpersonal communications. Just talk about the educational aspect real quick. And in that I was able to, like, it was broad enough for me to learn things about myself that I liked and disliked. So in undergrad, I focused on youth and community development, and then in grad
Mhm.
school, I focused on social organizations and change in the community. And so that kind of sparked, because exactly, like growing up in Detroit,
Yeah.
you're around all black people. And then coming out to Kalamazoo is more diverse, and learning more about the world, and just through maturing, um, I just kind of like started to see things that I wanted to change.
Mhm.
And ultimately, I I I had to, hold myself accountable and stop complaining about the things that need to be changed, and start doing something about the things that need to be changed. So that's why you might see me, advocating for a bunch of different things. You see me write a book. You see me out in the community, and a part of a bunch of different programs, and trying to give back, trying to give something substantial to the community, so that we can progress toward a brighter future. So that's kind of how I got started, man. That's how,
Yeah.
and this is the start, honestly. Like, what I'm saying, everything like before this is just like, you know, I guess foundational. This is the beginning.
Absolutely, man. I appreciate you sharing piece of your story and the context around why you do what you do and how you got to that point. You said something that really jumped out to me is that you had to
Mhm.
find your way again. It's like you found your
Yeah,
way, then you switched it up. Because, bro, I've either forgot or I just didn't know about you being on the keys, bro. That was like what got you here. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if I
yeah,
knew that. I
bro.
can't remember if you told me, so my bad. But yeah,
Yeah, no, yeah. I'm a
so that
jack of all trades, kind of, sort of, man.
yeah, that's what's
I
up.
played the keys, and then I picked up the guitar eventually, and what I'm
Okay.
saying, did a little bit of everything, bro.
No, that's what's up, bro. So when you talk about finding your way, man, I know there's people listening to this podcast, bro. They're trying to find their way. You know what I'm saying? I
Mhm.
feel like you've niched down a little bit. You have a sense of clarity around, okay, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. This is what I want to do. This is what I'm passionate about. This is what I love doing. Man, how do you get to that place where you find your way? Like if you were giving
Mhm.
advice to somebody like, man, I just can't find my way. You know what I'm saying? I'm excited about this and this and this. Like, how do you narrow that down a little bit?
Yeah, bro. So I think one of the best ways, or one of the best pieces of advice I can give somebody, is to confront yourself and all of your flaws,
Mm,
and admit that you have flaws. I think
mhm,
too often we only like show highlight reels, and only show, like, everything that we doing that's good, and that's just not a realistic life. It's so much, and I'm not gonna call it bad, but it got to be balanced out. So man, one of my favorite things to do is admit that I'm not perfect, or admit that I'm going to mess up.
mhm,
Um, and that kind of, clears up a lot of different things, because we have a huge fear of inadequacy, and that kind of apprehends us from jumping off the porch and doing things. So, like, if I was to stick in my fear, then I would have never wrote this book. I would never be on this podcast, because one of my fears of inadequacy is feeling like I'm not good enough to be out front, or public speaking, or, what I'm saying, being in front of people, telling people, like I even write it in my book, bro. Um, I say, why should you listen to me? And then I list off everything that I've done, and I'm like, that's not the reason you should listen to me, though. One of the reasons you should listen to me is because I am you. I'm just as
mhm,
good as you, and I'm just as bad as you. I house every imperfection, and everything that we're proud of, within ourselves. I'm all of that. and you are too. So like we can't never try to act like we're above our own people. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
We have to all realize that we all have things that we're good at and things that we're bad at, and it's just of equal value as the next person. So I think that's one of the biggest things that helped me like be able to get the confidence to find my way, like
yeah,
for real, because everything else was just like clouding. Like that fear will really do something to you, like
absolutely.
for real.
Yeah, and that's major. Dude, you said a few bars in there. I hope y'all taking notes and listening. Okay, I hope y'all sharing this. Okay, because JoJo he bringing some heat. Because I think that's powerful of recognizing, admitting our flaws. Because as you said, we're in highlight reels. We're in like we want to always show the best of us, knowing that there is a worse of us, knowing that there is mistakes and failures. And I think so many people can learn and grow and find their way when people like us and all of us can be a little vulnerable and share our
Hmm.
struggles and keep it real. Like I'm not there yet. I don't got it all together, but guess what? I'm still stepping out there anyway. So man, hey man, kudos to you for stepping out there, bro. You know what I'm saying, man. I'm excited for you. And man, we start talking about it a little bit, man. I want to jump in, bro, to Love Me Black, man.
Yes,
Bro,
sir.
you wrote this powerful book, man. What sparked the idea for Love Me Black? Like, was there a moment where you was like, okay, I gotta write this? Like, what sparked it? And if y'all don't know, hold up the book, and I'm gonna show a picture of the book as well when I edit this. But hey, my wife and I, we own that joint too. Where we at?
That right
Yeah,
here,
there
right
we
here.
go. There we go. We on the
Yep.
cover of Love Be Black. All right, so
Yes,
get you a
sir.
copy if you haven't got it yet. But what sparked it? What was like, man, I gotta get this book out into the world.
Yeah. So, man, honestly, so as a higher ed professional, one of my jobs is to host different events and workshop seminars and all of the things for my students. And the idea for Love Me Black actually came from an event idea that I was
Mhm.
gonna put on, talking about how to form love in the as Black people in the Black community,
Mhm.
and different facets of love, platonic love, intimate love, all of the romantic love, all of the things. And so budget things didn't work out, and so it never came to fruition yet. But later on in the year, this was last year, 2024. Later on in the year, bro, this was like my idea that's been living in my head, and I'm like, man, well, how can I get this to be something um that's digestible, not just to the students, that to the institution that I work at, but this is something that can really help the whole Black community.
Yeah.
So my wife had wrote a book, a novel prior. It's called Lucky Sunshine,
Mhm.
and she released it, and I'm like, it wasn't too much to do other than writing the book and designing
Yeah.
everything. Like I didn't have to go get loans or go get capital and all of this stuff. So I'm like,
Right.
I can create the book now and be able to, what I'm saying, jump off the porch with it. So around September, I was like, okay, I'm gonna write a book. I'm gonna write the book.
Yeah.
And I started writing the book probably like in late October and finished it January 3rd of this year. Um, and when I finished that, it was a surreal experience because I'm like, damn, like I just wrote a book. like
Yeah. Yeah.
okay, like if I want this book to be what I want it to be to the Black community, then I'm gonna need to publish it.
Mhm.
And so I'm like, if I'm a publisher, I need a cover. And so all my ideas just started going crazy. And
Yeah.
so that's why I actually got the motivation, the idea to put Black couples, including you and your wife, on a cover, displaying, what Black love looks like. So did the cover, man. Um, edited the book, uh, and was able to release it like Valentine's Day, during
Yeah.
Black History and on a day of love. So love me black, literally. Um, and after I released it, things kind of just lined up to where I was able to actually have a book release party too. And that happened on February 27th. And the things that was just lining up was just like, okay, this was. I'm not a huge fan of Destiny or meant to be or all of those things, but
Yeah.
I'm it's a real thing of divine timing. Like
Yeah,
things
absolutely.
happen, yeah, things happen for a reason, and and I think sometimes we try to play God and try to understand why it's happening for whatever reason, but it's not in our control or might not even be to our understanding on why it happens. It's the divine order of things. Um, so the book really just like, I'm not gonna say it just happened, but it flowed, man. It was
Yeah.
like the writing process was just like okay, got that done. What's next?
Yep.
The cover, got that done. What's next? Oh, the release, got that done. What's next? Like
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
so it's just been like it just feel right, bro, and it feels purposeful, and it is
Yeah.
purposeful. It means a lot to me, and from the people that have read it and have given me feedback, man. A lot of people are really thankful for the jewels that I'm dropping and how real I'm being in it. So the book is it's everything to me right now, man. Like
Yeah.
I'm loving it, bro.
So Jojo, tell me this, okay?
Mm,
Because again, our audience, man, I guarantee you, put it
mm,
in the chat. If you're one of these people, you got a book in you that you want to write, you need to write, but you haven't written it yet. You've been sitting on the idea, you've been afraid to write it, you've been afraid to release it. I want to see your name in the chat because we're going to pray for you. And this question is specifically geared towards everybody who has a book in them who has not wrote it yet. And guess what? I believe everybody got at least one book in you. You got a story to tell, you got people to
minimum.
help, like minimum. You got at least one in you. So write the book, please. But so Jojo, what would you tell those people like, okay, is this your first book? I can't remember.
Yeah, it's my first one, first of
Okay.
many.
Okay, your first of many. All right.
Yeah.
So were there any challenges like you talked about it flowed, it just kind of came together? Were there any challenges or hurdles you had to overcome to write it? And my bad for asking double questions, but what advice would you give to those who haven't written their first book and they like, I want to write it, but I just don't know how, or I'm struggling with
Mm.
writing it. Like, what advice would you give them?
Yeah, so I'm gonna do the advice first.
For sure.
Man, hop on YouTube, talk to somebody. The thing about writing a book is you just got to write it. It's not no secret formula to it. A lot of it is just trial and error, and whatever you don't like about it, you can change before you release it. So you know what I'm saying. Go
Yeah.
learn some things. Hop on YouTube, figure out formats and structures and layouts and all of that stuff. Um, read a book, read a
Yeah.
couple of books, and see what you like about them. See like how those stories flow, how the information is in the book, and then curate your own thing, but also stay original. Don't just copy off of somebody's book, just because you like it. You know what I'm saying? Put your own flavor and you into the book. Um, Now the first part of your question, you said challenges that I face,
Yes.
because let me explain the book a little bit more. So,
Yes,
Love Me
please.
Black is a book that basically talks about all of the things that we have endured as a black community, as the black community. It talks about how we've been oppressed and all of the trials and tribulations we have, but I also talk about our our hand in the matter. I talk about our complacency and how we let fear rule some of our decisions and our lifestyles. For example, um, a lot of us are too scared to succeed. A lot of us are too scared to jump off the porch and do something that's righteous. And within that, we are surrounded by this this aura of, um what do you call it, is aura opposition, I think, um where the negative things are seen as good.
Mm,
And it's like, nah, like, one of the things I talk about is, one I got a chapter in the book called, Mama's Baby, Daddy's Maybe. And it
mm,
talks about, people wanting to have kids without wanting to have a loving environment and relationship to raise those kids in.
yeah,
They almost treat kids like novelty items. And so, and then once the kid get here, they repeat the cycles that they went through as children as well, and either neglect the kid, or, um, you know, introduce traumas to them, generational traumas to them, by way of, not healing from their own traumas. Um, but one of the main challenges that I had in this book was having to be vulnerable about myself, because I'm a huge believer in, I can't critique anybody until I critique myself.
yeah,
Um, and so, uh, it's in one of my chapters I talk about, me cheating on my wife. She was my fiance back then, but what I'm saying, that was a very, very dark moment. And then my wife actually read it, and so, she gonna be the first person to read it, and so had to have conversations, like, had to, what I'm saying, do all of the things, because, it was a very vulnerable and shameful position to put myself in this book. But I don't believe in just pointing the finger at everybody else, or trying to, diagnose everybody else like I'm not a part of the community too. No, I mess up too. And
absolutely.
so that's a part of, like, in the beginning I said, you have to admit that you are not perfect and you are very flawed. And that was, one of, and by no means it's not easy. It's not easy
Yeah,
to do it.
yeah,
We could talk about it right now and be like, we could just say it, the words sound good, but it's a hard process. But, we have to do it if we want to progress. So,
yeah. Man, let me ask you this. In what ways do you think the black community is currently hungry for love? And how
mhm,
do we start feeding that hunger intentionally? And I don't want to
mhm,
dismiss what you just said. It was very powerful, bro.
mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Like being vulnerable, open, the challenges you ever overcame. So I really hope this audience is listening, because you too can overcome these challenges as well. You can write your book, you can share your story, and that's what this podcast is about, man. It's really about inspiring people to go after their dreams and everything God has for them, to go after it. You know what I'm saying? And I just think this Love Me Black, I think it's powerful, bro. I haven't finished the book by any means, but it's a powerful book and concept as well. So bro,
Thank you, man.
no problem, man. How's the black community, like, in your viewpoint? Because I view you as an expert, in our community as it relates to the
Mhm,
black community. Your passion for black people, to me, is unmatched. You know what I'm
mhm,
saying? Like, you really love black people. It is not saying you hate other races and other people.
uh-uh,
Not at all. You love
mhm.
all people, but there's a special place in your heart for black people. And I admire it. I love it. I'm like, I'd be looking at myself like, dang, I don't think I love. I need to love us a little more. You know what I'm saying? I look at JoJo. You know what I'm saying? I need to up my love. I'm sorry, black people. You know what I'm saying? So, bro, what do you see? How are we currently hungry for love?
Man, we are hungry for love, literally in every aspect. Literally. So I think that, for one, we're hungry for the knowledge of love. Um,
Mm,
we don't actually know what love is. The love that we think love is the Disney love, the love that's outside of the realm of our control, the love that just happens and is not up to us whether it happens. I think Now, I'm not a religious person, but I think that God, the energy source that God created was love, and
Hmm.
the proof behind it, and it's not necessarily proof, but my theory behind it is that, um, because we can't necessarily describe what God is, we don't know in totality what all God does. Um, the the shared experience of love, we can't necessarily gauge it. We can't measure it. We can't um we do our best to define it, but it's something inside of us that feels natural. And within that, it feels like, I think everybody can relate to um uh uh what do you what a perfect feeling, like a whole rounded feeling. And that's what I think love is. So the love that, we often talk about is, um, just infatuation. Is
Hmm.
based off of attraction and happenstance. It's not something that we choose. So, for one, we very hungry for the knowledge of love, but we are also very hungry for and a lot of us don't know it, but we are also hungry for um true intimacy, not just sex, but the soul tie, the bond, the companionship, finding your forever person. But again, everything of the flesh feels so good, and it's addictive to the point where people ignore that hunger for love,
Yeah.
for true love. And so when you say like, um what are we hungry for, or what the black community is hungry for, bro, I think we have to learn what love is first, and then really try to be intentional about how we use that feeling and that action to equate to something that's substantial in our community. Um,
Yeah.
our kids are hungry for parental love. Like, what I'm saying, our kids are hungry to they're trying to find community and meaning, and they just got here and they don't necessarily know all of the ins and outs, and we're adults and a lot of us don't know the ins and outs. And so it's like,
Yeah.
what I'm saying, in many instances it's the blind leading the blind. But I, again, going back to the beginning of our conversation, man, doing a lot of soul searching and a lot of introspective, analyzing, trying to figure out who you are as a person and who we are as a community. I also have this. I know I'm talking a lot. My bad,
No, you
but I
good,
also
bro. That's why you on here.
yeah, I also have this philosophy about the black community too. And it's, great black people create, or great black individuals create great black families. Great black families create great black communities. Great black communities create great black nations, and the black nation can build a better world. But within that, the foundation has to start with the individual. We have to, again, be working on ourselves, and it's a lot that goes into working on yourself. So it sounds like just like, oh, work on yourself,
Right.
but it's a whole lot that goes into it. But once you work on yourself and move to that next stage of finding a family and building a family, um, that's magic, bro. That's
Yeah.
magic. Because now it's not just you; it's you with a team. And
Hmm.
then when you move to that stage of, having your team partner up with other teams and building a community, and
Yeah.
then it's like, man, then your community and another community power up and start building nations, and y'all, next thing you know, you changing the world. So that's my philosophy on it, man. And the source of energy that we need is love, bro.
No, absolutely. And if and if you're watching this and you feel like you know what love is, like don't feel attacked. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, great. You feel what love is. That there still may be people out here who really don't know what love is on how to
Mhm.
receive love, how to give love. And man, we're going to be talking about this more on the Mo Brooks podcast and in my content in general. And that's the impact of slavery as well. And I think that slavery has really impacted our community on how we love each other because it put us as such, we're so traumatized, and it put us as such a survival mode, racism and white supremacy, that it has hindered, I believe, our community on how we love, how we receive love, how we give love. It's done a number on us. And I don't think we talk about it enough. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like we talk about it in these big generalized areas, but I don't think we talk about it specifically on the impact of it. Like, we kind of want to keep sweeping it under the rug. Like, nah, this stuff matters. You know what
Yeah,
I'm
bro.
saying?
100%. And look, let's think about this, bro.
Yeah,
We all know the stories of slavery, right? So
yep,
let's say them real quick. Let's talk about what happened. So of course they brought us over here from Africa or whatever. Um, and I'm not trying to gloss over that, but that in itself, being stripped from your homeland into a foreign land in which you have no knowledge, you don't know any landmarks, you don't know even if you did escape where you can go.
yep.
So,
The
we just gonna say that
language,
real quick.
all of it.
Language, identity, culture, traditions, all of that gone. Um, but when we got here, the white people who brought us here were masters of fear and manipulation. The things that they implemented, the atrocities that they committed towards us was, we read it on paper and we hear the stories and we can't really fathom what it is. We even see it in movies, and to see it on the movie is very disparaging. But our people had to go through it.
Yeah.
Our people had to go through it, and so when you watch a movie and you see a man being burned,
Hmm.
being hung up, strung up, um, whipped, mutilated, castrated. When you see these things, people really had to go through it. It's not just a film. People
Right.
really had to go through it. And when you look out in the crowd, you see the man's family. You see the man's neighbors. You might see his mama. You might see some of his best friends. But on the other side of that field, you see white people celebrating and dancing and doing all of these celebratory things because they just killed another black man. And so like psychologically, think about what that does to every black person who's watching it. A lot of us always talk about, man, if I was back in slavery, dog, I would have beat them crackers ass. Man, look, if it's so hard to say you would do that because your family is there, your
Yeah.
daughter, your son. You don't want this to happen to your son. You don't want this to happen to your mom, or what I'm saying, the slave masters is raping your parents and raping your wife and all of these things, raping your daughter. And so it's like, you know now, of course, we can always just say like, "Yeah, I would have done something different," and I like to think that I would have, what I'm saying, put it all on the line and just, crashed out.
Nah,
But
bro. We be
realistically,
saying that
bro,
if I was Adam and Eve, I wouldn't have bit I wouldn't have ate the fruit. Get
man,
out. You know what I'm saying? It's the same. It's kind of the same premise. You know what I'm saying?
right? Yeah, and so, man, it's such a quandary to be in because we always want to, and we say those things and won't do the bare minimum today. You know what I'm saying? We'll say like we'll go up against the whole America in America, while what I'm saying, they got guns and everything, and we barely got a pair of shoes, and we'll say those things today and not do the bare minimum of taking care of our own kids, not do the
Mm,
bare minimum of combating unrighteousness when you see it, not even telling your friends like, hey bro, you should not be putting your hands on that girl.
Mhm.
Not even telling your homeboys like, hey man, you should be taking care of your child. Like, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? So we don't even confront and that's small. That's real low compared to back then. Like that's,
absolutely.
you know what I'm saying? So that the whole psychology, they whipped a lot of us into submission. They have defeated us, defeated our identity. Um, really, and I'm not trying to talk in the defeatist mindset,
No,
but
it's reality,
yeah, it's
and it's
evidenced by
impactful. It's impactful.
hmm
It's not.
yeah,
I mean, whether you can make the case of like this is an excuse or not an excuse, you can
mm,
argue either side. That's not the goal here. The goal
mm,
is like this stuff is impactful on how we love each other, how we
yeah,
receive love. To me, the most important thing, as a believer in Christ, the number one thing we ought to be doing is loving each other. And I think slavery has a significant impact on how we do that because, as you
mm,
said, the slave masters were masters at fear and manipulation. And what happened is when you have a master at something and you're under it for so long, you kind of pick up on that fear and manipulation and control and how to do it yourself. And what the
yeah,
slave master has done, there's some people, whether it's in the white community, the black community, the Hispanic community, all communities, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to miss any. All
mm,
communities have learned that same skill of fear and manipulation and control. And we see
mm-hmm,
a lot of it spiritually. We see a lot of it in our households. We see a lot of it with abuse. We see it everywhere. And what I'm saying is, man, we have to, like you said, we gotta do some work on ourselves.
mm-hmm,
We
100%.
gotta do the emotional work, the mental work, the spiritual work, the physical work to unravel some of this stuff so we can be better husbands, be better fathers, be better parents, be better neighbors, be better co-workers. You know what I'm saying? So we can actually love each other. So we can choose
Mm-hmm.
love like a t-shirt. You know what I'm saying?
You feel
Like
me?
like that's where it's at, bro. So
Yeah,
appreciate
bro.
it. I know that wasn't planned at all, but I think it's
Mhm.
it's needed to say, and I want to talk about it more. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Because I have some. I mean, I know books and studies have been on the impacts of slavery, but I have some thoughts of myself. You know what I'm saying? Because I
yeah,
see it. I really do see it in a lot of
yeah.
places. So I'm
And
excited to talk about that. Go ahead.
yeah, and I talk about it in the book, bro. I talk about that. And the book kind of flows like from our history in America to like what we can do about love and how we define love, and then how
Yeah,
to love, basically.
absolutely.
So yeah, the in the beginning of the book, it's a lot of history and a lot of the diagnosing the um, ramifications of what our history has been in America. So
Yeah.
yeah, bro.
Absolutely. Bro, let me ask you this question. I got this question and then a wrap up question, and we out of here.
Okay.
But man, what has fatherhood and marriage taught you about love that a degree, a book can never teach you? You know what I'm saying? What has fatherhood and marriage taught you about love?
Man, man. Um, Fatherhood and being a husband, man, marriage has taught me that sacrifice is fun. Like
Mm,
sacrifice is dope. Like it's kind of like I view it kind of like as gardening, bro. Like I'm in the sun all day. I'm in dirt, planting seeds and tilling land and doing all these things. But watching that plant grow, watching that crop grow, watching that bushel of blueberries grow, you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Metaphorically, is powerful because it's
Mhm.
something that you have created. So, and it's something that's organic, bro. It's something that's you know what I'm saying? And this is where I think the God comes into play too. a plant needs the sun to grow. You have no control over the sun. And so as long as you out there doing your work, you planting the seeds, you watering it, um, the sun gonna shine, and that's what the plant really needs to grow.
Yeah.
So that's the you know what I'm saying. But marriage and fatherhood has really taught me that sacrifice is fun, and is such a rewarding feeling to be one chosen by your wife, but also needed by your wife and your kids.
Yeah.
I think every man needs purpose, and so just being able to live in purpose, and waking up every day and being able to tend to my family and providing and protecting and what I'm saying, loving on them and nurturing and doing all of the things that what I'm saying, everything I can to just be there for them, um, has been rewarding. It my bad again for talking too much,
No, you
but
good, bro. That's why
man,
you here.
it really grinds my gears when people um don't take care of their family, don't take care of their kids, um because it's such a rewarding feeling, and it's not just about you, but at a minimum, bro, you get so much joy and so much peace out of seeing your family eat at the dinner table, or seeing your family. Like, one of my favorite things to do is watch my son breastfeed, because he's satisfied.
Yeah. Yeah.
One of my favorite things to do is um buy my wife some insomnia cookies,
Yeah.
because she's satisfied, bro.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so it's like, what I'm
Absolutely.
saying, being able to provide that satisfaction for your family is just like paramount, bro. Like,
Absolutely.
yeah, man. So
That's what's up. Now, bro. Now, you said, you said you weren't religious. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah.
bro, you teaching and preaching on this thing. I don't care what you talking about, bro. You
Yeah,
don't even
man,
know what you
yeah.
saying, bro. Hey, sacrifice is fun, bro. That seed, bro, I'm telling you, it's going to be watered and it's going to grow, because
Yeah.
that's an amazing perspective. I never heard it like that. And I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, you're looking at the sacrifice aspect of not necessarily what you're sacrificing. You're looking at the fruit of it, the results of the sacrifice that brings you joy and peace and happiness. So you like, yeah, I don't mind sacrificing, because look at the fruit it's about to produce. Dude,
100%. Yeah, hundred
that's that's
percent, bro.
that's word right there. You
And,
man,
and while I'm not
man.
religious,
Hey,
man, I learned that actually from studying, the Bible and the story of Jesus too. Like, you know what
I
I'm
love it.
saying?
I love it. I love it.
Yeah, so it's all for the greater good, bro.
Absolutely, man, bro. What's next, man? What projects you working on? Man, share about your skincare business, bro. Just share. How can people connect with you? You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? They want to connect with you. They want to bring you on their podcast. They want to ask you questions. They just want to connect with you overall. They want to buy your book. How do we do that? Wrap it all in as we close out.
Yeah, for sure, man. First, I want to say thank you, bro. I really appreciate you lending me your platform, and having these conversations. Is super needed. And again, I love what the Mo Brooks podcast and Mo Brooks Impact. I love what that represents for the world. So
Absolutely.
again, thank you. Everybody can reach me at lovemeblackreal at gmail.com. You can also follow my Instagram page at Love Me Black Real. I also have a website in the link of that bio of the Instagram page, where you can either go to Amazon to purchase the book, or you can go to my website to purchase the book, or a signed copy of the book, or a T-shirt. Um, I also am looking to sponsor book clubs. So, wanting my book to be circulated around various different book clubs to generate these conversations. And one of the things that I'm offering too in that package is AMA, Ask Me Anything, with me, the author. Um, More than likely virtual if it's not local, but still have the opportunity to have a conversation with me about, you know, themes and ideas of the book, and, you know, have a constructive dialogue. Now, Big Bear Skincare, my skincare business, you know, you can, that we've been around for 5, 6 years now, and you can buy our products at bigbearskincare.com. You know, all natural ingredients used to provide, you know, safe skincare products, to help nourish your skin and, you know, give you the best results. And you can also smell good and clean your ass with it. So, you know what I'm saying? We try and check all the boxes, man.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, that's what's up. Thanks for sharing. Y'all connect with JoJo. Listen, all of this is in the description, um, on Facebook and YouTube. So all of it is there. Man, listen, man, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. JoJo, thank you, man, for investing time and coming through the platform, man. Y'all continue to choose love. You know what I'm saying? We are here to help you discover, develop, and deploy your God-given gifts through spiritual excellence, professional mastery, and personal breakthrough. Listen, I love y'all. There's nothing you can do about it. Thank you for rocking with your boy. Until next time, I'll holla at you.